All right, everybody, it's Tom Galan again. Real Talk, Mindset Mondays. I'm just waiting for Cristina to jump in with us and get ready to start for Mindset Monday. She's saying I'm not showing up live. I don't know what's going on. Hi, Sherry. Hope all is well. Just waiting for Cristina to jump in here. Seems to be some technical difficulties. Let's see. She's going to join us any second now. There she is. Cristina, welcome. Fingers crossed. Technology at its finest.
I am thinking Facebook has a issue with live broadcasts.
I think they have an issue with us.
I don't think it's just us. I think other people may have an issue unless like they're home all day long and they could sit there and Google like the heck out of how to figure it out on their own.
Yeah.
Sherry, what's up? Sherry says hello, Tom.
Hi, Sherry.
All right.
So I was talking to myself before when I sent you the invites. And yes, it was. But I mean, we all talk to ourselves
all the time.
You should, that should be part of our talk tonight with personal development on Mindset Monday is talking to yourself. Right? You got to talk to yourself. You got to get to know yourself. You got to ask yourself the questions and answer the questions and be honest with yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself, then who can you be honest with?
No one. No one. Absolutely no one.
That's right. So tonight on Mindset Monday is about personal development. Now, that seems like a very generic term, right? Personal development. And really, everything that we do, everything we talk about is personal development.
Pretty much.
The day I started in the fitness industry, I was in the industry of personal development. I mean, that's what we do. So whether you're talking about the mind aspect, the body aspect, or the spirit aspect, you're talking about personal development. We are talking about developing ourselves personally so that when we engage in other relationships, that we can give our all, that we can give our best. And that's all this is really about. I mean, if we break life down to that, it's pretty damn simple. Become the best person that you can be. Not perfect, not compared to yesterday or tomorrow, but the best person that you can be right now. And give your all for that specific relationship, whatever it might be. And it might change. It's going to change tomorrow. It's going to change next week. It's going to change 10 years from now, right? So we're in that constant evolution, personal evolution. And, we learn more once, there's a great, I can't remember the exact quote. It was attributed to Thomas Paine back during the revolutionary times. But he talks about once the mind has been enlightened, it can never again go dark, right? So, once we establish some learning or a desire for learning, a desire to get better, a practice to get better, you learn something, you can't forget it. It might be hidden, might be buried, but we can always uncover it. And in fact, Cristina, tonight, I found an old book over the weekend that I read a long time ago, and I pulled it out again. And the theme of the book says it all. And the title is called You Already Know What to Do. And we spend our whole, I know me as a professional, right? You as a professional, when we're helping people, we're helping clients, members, friends, family, they always ask advice, always ask questions. And the answer is really, it's pretty simple for the most part. And it's usually the same. It's like, but we've gone over this before. You already know, you know how to do this. I know, but I need somebody to push me. I need somebody to be there and stay on top of me to keep me on track. And that's it's such a sad excuse because they already know what to do. But they want somebody else to take the responsibility for their own actions.
And what do we say about that, Tom, though? What do we say here about that? If they can't hold themselves accountable first and foremost, it's really a waste of our time and their money.
Yeah, absolutely. And those are the people that become lifelong clients in a negative way. Those are the ones that 10 years from now, a personal trainer is happy to take their money, but they haven't really changed. They haven't made any dramatic effects. And therefore, they're not going to change, have a greater effect on the world, on their community at large. And ultimately, that's what I want to do. I want to affect a larger group, because the more people I can help, the more people they can go and help, right? But if I don't teach them the lessons that I want them to learn about life and about themselves, then they can never go help somebody else, right? Because teaching a subject, regardless of what it is the ultimate form of understanding. When you can teach something, then you've mastered it. You've at least come to an understanding, a basic understanding of how to apply it and how things work, right? But if you can't teach it, then I've done a poor job of facilitating the information, right? And ultimately, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you guys to make the right decisions in your own life. We're not trying to make the decisions for you. My father always said, my dad never told me what to do. He never told me what to do, unless it was like clean your room, right? But besides that, when it came to real important stuff in life, he always gave me both sides. He gave me the other person's side. He gave me my perspective, his perspective. And then he just said, Tom, do the right thing. What's the right thing, Dad? He's like, that's for you to find out. Right? So, and that's ultimately what we're here to do. We're here to give you the information and help you do the right thing. So with that, Cristina, welcome. Good evening. Happy Mindset Monday. Hope all is well.
Thanks, Tom. Hello. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm trying to reach out to everybody in the comments. By the way, guys, feel free to pop any questions in there that you may have. We will be monitoring them. I am monitoring them. So we will answer them if you have any. All right. So personal development. I guess first and foremost, you guys have to understand that this is not a process that has a start and end date. It is something that you are going to do for the rest of your life. Yes, you need to have an official start date. And no, we don't want to wait till Monday. Monday seems to be the famous day for every goal set that you have. You want to start immediately. So you have a start date, but there is no end date in sight, okay? It is a process, and it involves a lot of things. And I know that when you break it down by definition and you take all of its components, it can become overwhelming. So what I'm going to say is we're going to list some of the components, but we're going to talk about how not to get overwhelmed with it. So personal development consists of awareness, identity, development of your already born with talents and abilities, the things that you already were, you came into the world with this potential, the building of human capital. That's right. Your finances are thrown into personal development, okay? As well as your employability. That's right. It's a responsibility to personally develop yourself to be the best employee possible. You are either going to work for yourself and be the best self-made person possible, or you're going to be the best employee possible. And either option is fine. But you have an ethical responsibility to be the best version of yourself and to stop using excuses and blaming everyone else for why your career is not where you want it to be. So it is part of personal development. And if you're struggling with that area, then that's something you need to pay attention to. Enhancement of quality of life. What does that mean? Now we're talking about your lifestyle. So this is your self-care things, guys. This is your nutrition. This is your managing your stress levels, your sleep, your activity levels, and all of the things that we talk through to you guys about Monday through Friday. Okay, what else? The realization and aspirations that you have. That's part of your responsibility in personal development. But guess what? It does not stop with just you. And we've talked about it before. We're a tribal people. We want to be in groups. We want to socialize. It's in our nature. And part of that responsibility is helping other people realize what their dreams and aspirations are. So that's why we say it's not only important for you to do it yourself, but everything you learn, you should be willing to teach others. As Tom and I do, we aren't charging for Real Talk Monday through Friday or giving any of the materials that we're giving away for free during those sessions either. Why? It's part of our ethical responsibility to give back to others. So it is part of our process. Now, with that said, I know it feels complicated. It's really not that complicated. Let's break it down to it is self-care tools and assessments for your mind, body, and spirit. Mind and body work together, and spirit is a crucial component as well. Okay, it works with the other two. So if you look at it that way, it's about simple things that you already know. You know, you need to sleep better. You know, you need to eat better. You know, you need to be physically active. You know that you need to not look at money as I'm in debt. You need to look at money as I need to earn more so that I can have the life I want. Okay, it's all about perspective, guys. So with that said, I'm going to throw it back to Tom, see if he wants to throw anything in or ask me any questions. And then if you guys have questions, pop it in the comment section.
You know, Christina, I think so far, I've said what I wanted to say in the beginning. So I'm just going to let you keep on going. I know you got some great tips for tonight. So keep on rolling.
Okay, so we said the mind and body work together. So if you're all over the place, I'm going to tell you that the best thing for you to do is to simplify your life and start with eating right and exercising, because they are two of the biggest self-care tools that we can utilize to start getting everything else functioning. Our cognitive functions work better when we eat right and exercise, which means we'll perform better. So they're crucial. They are like the foundational things to everything. I would work on sleep next, which guess what? When you're exercising and eating right, sleep patterns start to develop in a healthy manner as well. Stress levels, guess what? They decrease with physical activity and with proper nutrition on it. So really, they are foundational tools. I would start with checking what you're eating, what kind of nutrition you're getting in. And remember, we've given tons of free guidelines away. We've simplified it. The videos are up on YouTube for your review. And there's tons of tools that are attached to those videos to help you get started in those areas. So take advantage of them. Take advantage of the free evaluations that we offer to our Facebook fans and our YouTube fans. Okay, because all it is a free phone call, a sit down with one of us, going over some basic health information with you guys, some lifestyle information with you guys, and gearing you towards a more personalized approach so that it's more effective and a better use of your time. So those who are serious, take us up on that. Next, I would work on that spiritual aspect. And, you know, this is mindset. I'm going to say before spiritual is mindset. Okay, and mindset probably even goes, you know, we've said it before the nutrition and the exercise, because if you are not operating from a growth mindset, from a place of willingness to learn, from a place of where you see opportunity instead of failure, then you're going to fail with any nutrition plan. You're going to fail with any workout plan that you get started in. That's just the bottom line. People do not fail when it comes to their weight management plans or their strength and conditioning plans because they have bad plans. They have a bad perspective on where they are, where they want to be, and what it will take to get there. And it's that lack right there that is causing people to fall. So you can go work out anywhere, okay, whether it's a $10 gym or you're paying $900 a month to a personal trainer to come and a nutritionist to put it together for you and get results, because any change is going to be better than what you're doing right now. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't some programs out there that are more qualified and scientifically proven and have better results and are safer, because there are, because we know that we covered fad diets and there's some that are just not good for you guys. But in general, you can go anywhere, and any change you make in a positive direction is going to prove to see results for you. But if you can't get your mind wrapped around the fact that you have to work at it, you're going to have an end date before you know it on it. That's why people fail their New Year's resolutions. Okay, they go in gung-ho, but then they back off and they slip up, not because the program didn't work, but because they're not working the program on it. It's as simple as that. Next, it would be your spiritual life. I mean, it's crucial. So we're not going to sit here and preach to you any dogma, okay? I'm not going to tell you to go with any organized religion. If you are a member of an organized religion and it's working for you, amen to that, okay? If not, start to discover where you're at spiritually, because we live in a world that's full of chaos, okay? And you need to grasp something spiritual, something internal, and something personal to make it in this world. You need to evaluate your morals, your values, your beliefs, your principles, and where they lie with. And within that, then you're going to find other practices for self-care tools for you guys. And we'll touch upon that in a future episode, things like meditation and yoga and just a whole bunch from very universal perspectives, okay, guys? Because we're not going to make anyone, we're not twisting anyone's arm to walk into a particular denomination of any religion. We just want you to get in touch with your spiritual side, because there are so many health benefits to it, and that has even been scientifically proven. So you can't even question it. It's been scientifically proven that those who have a spiritual life in place are healthier, happy, and more successful. So there's something to it. So you need to start your discovery process, okay? And bottom line there, start your discovery process. Revisit what you knew, figure out what worked, what didn't work, and be open to new things also. Don't be closed-minded, because you could be missing out on something that's going to be critical to making changes in your life. All right, so with that, that's our last real tip for tonight, because we don't want to overwhelm you, and we want you to keep personal development simplified, okay? We want you to start with the basics, and we given you to date, in the last month and a half, we have given you every tool that you would need to kickstart it. If you're not sure which videos for which tools, that is just an email that you need to do. info@mbsconnection.org, Cristina@mbsconnection.org, Tom@mbsconnection.org. Call or text any of the numbers that are all over our social media sites that we've put on every video as well. So with that, thanks for tuning in. Thank you, John. Go ahead, Tom.
I just want to add one thing.
Go,
All right.
Go for it.
So, one tip that I'm working on it in my life, and it falls into the category of, I believe, all three: mind, body, and spirit, because we understand how stress has an effect on our mind, and how that mental effect has what it does to our body from a physical level, what stress and anxiety does to our body on a physical level. And of course, spiritually, if spirituality wraps the physical, the emotional, the mental aspects of our life all wrapped up into one. And that is what I like to call purging. And this is a really practical and simple thing that you can do to add a little less chaos in your life. And that is to go into your house, go to your closets, go to your drawers, go to your garage, your basement, your attic, whatever it is, and go through everything that you own. And give it three categories. Either use it, give it away, or throw it away. If you haven't used it in a long time, a year, 2 years, and say, oh yeah, I forgot I had that. You don't need it. You don't need it because you haven't missed it. You didn't even realize you still had it. Get rid of it. I'm not talking just about, photo albums, pictures. I'm not talking those personal effects. I'm talking about clothes, baby furniture, old furniture that you're holding on to, toys, costumes, whatever is in your books, extra books that you have. I mean, I got like 10,000 books in my house I got to get rid of. But all kinds of stuff. And I know for me, Christina, I get into these modes where I'm like the Tasmanian devil, and I just tell my family, stay away from me, don't bother me, don't even ask what's in the box, because I'm just going to go through it, and if I don't think we need it, I'm throwing it away. And it feels so good to go through and open a closet and actually have space to put things in, right? Or to go into my garage and actually have space to move. Now, it's an ongoing process, just like we were talking about personal development. It's not a destination. It's a journey. So I'm working on it because now I have to purge other people's stuff, my kids, my wife's, and all those things. But
careful.
I like to do it. But it really does. And just remember this: a cluttered house is a cluttered mind.
Yes, sir.
Right? And so when you walk into your house, you should feel, it should be a calming effect. It should be like, I'm home. You shouldn't walk around like, oh my God, I can't, look at all this crap. What are we doing with all this crap? And just leave it there and let it pile up and pile up and pile up. Because your stress levels go way up. And then it's like you come home from work full of stress and anxiety. You come home and you're full of stress and anxiety because everything around you is chaotic, right? The kids will learn. If you have kids, my kids will know that we put things away. We hang up our coats. We put our shoes away. It's taken a long time to get them there, but we're there. We're finally there. It only took like 9 years.
Leave my girls alone.
Right? So, but it's something that's a value to me. That's important to me and to my wife, that we have a clean space, that it's calming, right? So, you really talk about your spirituality. And if you have a personal practice at home, whether it's meditation or prayer or yoga, whatever it is, right? You can't do that. You don't want to do that in a cluttered space, because a cluttered space is a cluttered mind, right? And then if that goes down to your personal development, if you're journaling, if you're sitting down every day and doing a journal, if you're preparing your food in your kitchen and you've got papers everywhere and all kinds of books and other things that don't need to be there, it's going to make the room even more chaotic instead of just focusing on the here and now, the important things, right? So think about how you can start purging, how you can start getting rid of things, what you can start getting rid of, and think about the people that could benefit from your belongings. I know personally we go down to, in Patterson, we go down to Father English Center, which is a charity location where people come down, every day for the things that they need. But we come and we donate toys and clothes and extra food and all kinds of things, and they love it. And I swear, my daughters have a never-ending supply of stuffed animals, because every time I go, every 6 months I'm going there, it's like I take 2 bags away, and then there's still 2 bags on my daughter's bed. I don't get it.
I know how
it
that
never
gets
ends.
there.
Yeah, Nona.
Nona.
Crazy.
Nona brings it.
Right, but anyway, think of how you can clean your life up, right? Get rid of some of the extra stuff you don't need, right? It always reminds me of Buddha, right? The laughing Buddha, who was a Chinese, he was the Chinese Buddha, and he was a big, the chubby guy with the big belly we see in the Chinese restaurants and stuff, the laughing Buddha. He has a backpack on his shoulder, a little sack, and he's laughing. And he's laughing, and he's happy. People are like, how can you be happy? Everything you own is in that backpack. And he's like, I'm happy because everything I own is in this backpack. Because that's all he needed. He didn't need stuff to be happy. And in America and in the West and in our society, we think that we need more stuff to make us happy, right? And that's not what we need. We need things to survive, of course, and we want to enjoy nice things. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having money and having ambition and the drive to make more money, but understanding that, we cannot be attached to those things, that those things are not permanent, right? So if we're spending our time and our energy gaining those things so that we can help others for the benefit of others, then that's a worthy cause in my mind. But if it's about greed and about having more than the next guy and hoarding it and not sharing it and just getting more and more stuff because you think you surround yourself with more and more things that's going to make you happy, that's been found to be the root of all evil, right? So think about where you can purge in your life, where you can tighten things up, and most importantly, let go of those things that you need that you think you need to make you happy. And you'll see how much lighter you really feel, especially when you walk into a nice, clean space. All right? So I think that's all we have for tonight, Cristina.
That's it.
We'll see everybody tomorrow night for Transformation Tuesday. Talk about some nutrients and some nutritional topics. So we look forward to seeing you then.
Protein.
Have a great night.
Amino acids. All right. Talk to you tomorrow, Tom. Good night, Facebook.
Peace.